Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Reggae singer Secure killed in bike crash. Reggae artist Secure was killed in a bike accident along the Boscobel Main Road in St. Mary on Sunday morning. The corporate communications unit confirmed the incident, but had no detail about the circumstances surrounding his death. There has been an outpouring of grief on social media over news of the artist's death. One user said, "This is so sudden and hard to believe cause I never knew Wednesday at VIP Palace in OG would have been our last time together. I'm literally broken. Wake up cause the family miss you. Jailer miss you." Another said, "I will never accept your debt, bro. You had so many big plans in the music industry that hit me real hard, my brother." Fellow reggae artist Nigel Fire wrote, "John Moore really wrote, this my condolences to his family." Secure, whose real name is Ralston Richards, hailed from the farming community of Plowden in Manchester. It was while still attending New Forest Primary and Junior High School that he fell in love with music, recording his first demo at age 16. His debut single Farewell featured reggae singer Turbulence. His other songs include Success Prayer, Two and Nana. Rasta community alleged breach of rights following arrest of member and seizure of ganja near Marley Beach. Attorney at law Dr. Marcus Goff says that there has been a breach of the Rastafarian community's right with the seizure and destruction of ganja near the Marley Beach in Bull Bay, St. Thomas on October 17. There is a small Rastafarian community living near the beach. The area is to be developed and it's reported that a hotel is to be constructed. The residents and the attorney have raised concern about people using access to the beach, and there was a small protest last Friday, October 14, with residents noting that the plans for the area will displace them and disrupt their livelihood. Mr. Goff says one Rastafarian elder was charged on October 17 after police searched his premises.
A large team of police have come to, they say, raid one of the Rastafarian families here. They searched the home and they also searched a ganja farm, a small ganja farm which the family has. And they have burned some of the ganja and are seizing some and charging one of the Rastafari elders here for the ganja. Well, they came first and were asking about land title, which again is not a police matter, right? But yesterday, similarly, a large contingent of police came similarly on the beach. It seemed to be having an intimidatory presence here. And so we see this as being an ongoing, struggle based on the Marley Beach situation right now. The Dangerous Drugs Amendment Act in 2015 recognizes Rastafari rights to ganja as a sacrament, right, for the celebration and observance of the Rastafari faith. So the police now are saying, however, that there's no license for it, and therefore, there's no legality in the cultivation here, even though it's a very small grow, and I say it's only, of course, for the families who are here. So this is, from our perspective, a breach of the Rastafari community's rights. And so certainly we will be taking this to court as well, to demand justice for it.
Man charged following stabbing incident in Discovery Bay, St. Anne last week. A man has been charged with murder and wounding with intent following the killing of a man and the wounding of a woman in Discovery Bay, St. Anne on October 11. He is 29-year-old Ocean Neville of Minard Hill, Brownstown in St. Anne. Reports from the Discovery Bay police are that about 8 a.m., 27-year-old Kendrick Dixon of Rocky Point, Clarendon, and a woman were at home when they were attacked by Neville, who allegedly stabbed them several times. The police were alerted, and both victims were taken to hospital, where Dixon was pronounced dead and the woman admitted. An investigation was launched, and Neville was charged on October 16 after an interview was conducted in the presence of his attorney. His court date is being finalized. A voice from the diaspora: Jamaican children are living the legacy we created. Our children are carrying out our legacy. This has become more evident recently with the string of violent incidents which have occurred in the nation's schools. It is a case that our children are living what they have learned. Right on the heels of news that a teenage female child is behind bars for killing another female pupil, there were reports that an investigation is being launched into social media posts which shows a man punching a teenage female student to the ground after the child was confronted by the mother of a girl and accused of physically threatening her daughter. Then another video emerged of two boys crushing a clearly intimidated student with their open hands at another secondary level school. We have been bad parents. Jamaica has abandoned raising children as our village is too busy fighting against itself. Is it the majority of the country's children growing up in communities where the most violent man is king? What do we expect? Jamaica is reaping what it has sown. Schools have always been a dangerous place. Children can be unkind and manipulative. Bullies are not new to the invention. Incidents of murder being committed at school by one student against another is as old as the sun. I was only 9 years old when I gave entrance into Wilmore School via the common entrance examination. Young, skinny, and shy, I soon realized that high school was a dangerous role, and I was a top role. One day, I saw a group of youngsters brazenly exhorting a fellow pupil, who was obviously the son of the gentry. A tall, husky-turned form delivered a crunching slap to the face of the first farmer. That spot where he was slapped became red instantly. The blow was enough for him to fork over his $10, which was a great sum of schoolboy finances at the time. Tears flowed freely down his cheek, and mucus runs clearly down his nose. He was clearly afraid, and so was I. Over time, I developed a defense mechanism. I could not match up to the bigger boys at school physically. I would have lost many fights, which I did, but I developed the art of gab. I chatted my way through many situations, and in the end, I survived. Back in those days, one thing was clear. We respected adults as they portrayed a level of decency and authority that made us cower. Those days are long gone. Are the adults of Jamaica setting an example for the children? Teachers are afraid of students. Have we seen the video footage of the female child guaranteeing by rubbing off the board being written on the blackboard by the female teacher? There was always another involving a male student. Where is the prolonged outcry? Today, the worrying trend is the lack of respect some Jamaican children have for civility and kindness. But it is Jamaica who has raised them and Jamaica who must curb them before they burn the village down. We must teach our children that being respectful is not a sign of weakness. Being able to speak properly does not mean you are a punk. Our children scoff at teachers and emulate everything bad. Living outside of Jamaica is torture on certain levels, but looking into Jamaica from the outside is equally torturous. Jamaica is the greatest nation, and our children are even greater, but we have failed as adults. At 57 years of age, I can recite the national pledge. How many 7-year-olds in Jamaica can recite that pledge with their eyes closed today? Do we as a country pay attention to the examples we set for our children? Then we're running our risk when they perpetrate acts of violence against each other and pretend as if it was not us who started the rot. The Jamaican village has ceased and desists from raising the children. We are parents who storm into the school and physically abuse teachers who attempt to correct the ill when we all instill in our children. We send our children to school to get rid of them for those hours. Many of us have never attended a parent-teacher meeting. We do not even know our child performance in the areas of mathematics, social studies, or language arts. We may pay attention if they are athletic gifted and have managed to make the school football or athletics team. The entire country must now admit that our culture has always been one centered on badness. Even a man in a wheelchair will tell you, in no uncertain terms, how many strings you and your mother are made of. Jamaican adults are violent in speed and action, and it has filtered into our children. The solution to this problem is complex and the causes are many, but one thing is evident. If we don't start instilling real values in the children, Jamaica is doomed. Jamaica has failed its children, and the sooner we admit it, the sooner we can start finding a way to fix this problem. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification